So, hi guys! Ngayong June 23, 2020, bago mag-open yung market mamaya, ay magkakaroon muna tayo ng stock market drop. So, ang Philippine Stock Exchange Index ay nag-close 6,347.43 or up by 32.36 points. A value turnover 7.33 billion at may net foreign selling na 1 billion pesos. So, yun yung nangyari kahapon. So, ano naman ina-expect natin sa ngayon? I mean today, June 23. So, check muna natin kung ano yung nangyari sa US stock market. So, actually, ang US stock market ay nag-up, nag-close din siya up by, depende. Kasi ang tinitignan ko naman is usually ang trade ko is Nasdaq. So, yun, it's actually up by 121.7 points. Dow Jones up din siya ng 153.5 points and S&P 500 up by 54.60 points. So, yun naman yung nangyari sa US stock market. So, for local stocks, I think it's a continuation of, so, yun. For me, more bullish ako sa Philippine stocks. So, possibly, i-retest niya ulit tong level na to at this area. This is actually around 6571. So, yan yung tinitignan ko na first resistance. And of course, kung mag-breakout siya dyan, possibly i-fill yung gap na to. And that's actually a target of 6,782.17 points. So, for me, the support is 6,243.94 and of course, kung mag-breakdown pa siya doon at around 5,950. So, yeah, I think we're already at a strong support level. So, dito kasi, nag-consolidate kasi sa around here. So, yeah, I think this is a strong support. Ngayon is medyo mas mataas na tayo. So, wait. Check ko lang din. So, RSI is 60. So, may possible upside pa naman siya. So, ang ginagamit ko dito is actually 80 and ang setup ko sa RSI is actually 80 and 20. So, mas mataas siya at saka mas mababa versus the default na 70-30. So, yun. So, convergence naman siya with the indicator. So, yun ang possible target ko. I'm more bullish sa Philippine stocks bukas. So, now let's move on at check natin yung iba. I think na-discuss ko ba yung ano? Wait. So, check muna natin yung mga most active stocks. So, yeah, just selected lang siguro. So, selected 1, 2, 3. 4 stocks. 4 stocks na up and of course 4 stocks na down. I think that's it. And yung isa may nag-request about full SIM. Check natin yan. So, Mary Mart. So, up pa rin siya. Mary Mart, the 1 peso. IPO price of Injap. So, ito. So, ito yung tinitignan ko for Mary Mart. So, syempre, possibly more bullish ako. So, posibleng i-retest ang previous high na 450 pesos. And of course, support na nakita ko is at 2.74. So, just a bit info about this Mary Mart. Kung hindi nyo pa napanood yung previous video ko about it, actually nabili ni Injap at purchase kasi nagkaroon sila ng purchase or nag-increase sila ng capital bago yung IPO at na-purchase nila at nabili ng mga Injap or Injap group at 5 cents. So, IPO price is, you can check it sa kanilang prospectus. So, IPO price na 1 peso. Kaya, ang return nila sa IPO itself, nung nag-purchase sila at 5 cents, it's already at 20 times. So, I think, sabi ko nga, it's just fair siguro for the new investors, so IPO investors, to have this kind of target, or return, na magkaroon din sila ng ganyan. So, I'm actually expecting a price na 20 pesos within, of course, within long term or within the next or within 2 years from the IPO price. The IPO date or the launch date. So, check natin yung competitor niya na si Pure Gold. Kasi si Pure Gold, nag-peak siya. Kasi yung growth phase kasi, yun yung pinakamalaking return niya. Yung growth phase. Kasi, syempre, in a business cycle, syempre, mag-start siya, mag-grow, and then, after niya mag-grow, syempre, mag-peak siya, and then, from the peak, pwede siyang mag-recover, maging stable, or pwede siyang magsara. So, ganun kasi yung business cycle. So, makita nyo, ang gagamitin ko lang dito is actually bago siya dito, mag-breakdown dito. So, I think this is the growth phase ng Pure Gold, which is actually 517 days. Pero hindi yan yung peak Kasi ang ano lang yan is that's actually around 40 pesos. Around 44. So, I think that's already it. Kasi after nun is medyo bumaba na siya and yeah, umakyat-akyat na siya. So, I think kaya ganun din yung ina-expect ko for Merry March. So, that's, kung i-divide mo 517 divided by, let's use 365. 517 divided by 365. Kasi diba in 1 year, there is 365 and 1/4 days. So, gamitin lang natin yung 365. So, that's actually around 1.42 years. So, yeah, at least, nasa span of 2 years. So, marireach niya yung peak ng growth phase ng in a business cycle. So, for me, yeah, kaya ko naman siguro mag-antay ng 2 years. Kasi, iniisip ko, kung saan ko siya ililipat na magkakaroon din ako ng ganitong returns within the span of 2 years. Wala akong maisip na stock. Kasi kung kahit sa index, hindi naman sila mas mahirapan ka magkaroon ng 20 times return in the span of 2 years. So, yun lang yung, of course, that's only my own personal opinion on Merry March. So, yun. But anyway, kung kita na, yeah, you can always take profit. So, depende kasi sa risk appetite mo. And of course, kung ano talaga yung plan mo when you purchase a certain asset. So, next is dito. Yeah, another, wow, performing good. So, nag-close at 3.73 pesos. So, check natin yung, yeah. So, from the pa lang, it's actually a bullish candle. So, possibly retest at this level around this. It's actually around close to 4 pesos. That's 3.95. So, actually, nag-high siya ng 3.88. So, malapit na. So, malapit na siya sa resistance. So, ina-expect kong support is this level. Na-expect kong support around 310. So, check natin yung RSI niya. So, actually, RSI niya near over. Tingnan mo siya. Nasa 82 na siya. Default setting ko pa 80 So, yeah. medyo near oversold na siya. Overbought na siya. Overbought na siya. So, yeah. Posibleng mag-pullback yan. Ang pinaka-high niya kasi dito is, that's actually around 91. So, posible niya ding, of course, i-retest yan. Around 90, wait, palakin natin Kasi nandyan na siya around 82 na siya So, ito yung previous niya pinakamataas. So, ito yung i-retest niya. Possible niyang i-retest or magko-correct na siya dito at this level. So, it depends. That's actually around 94, So, medyo mataas. So, medyo may possible upside pa. Pero, syempre, if you look at it, the risk-reward is, of course, mas malaki na yung possible risk mo dyan kung pumasok ka. But anyway, so, yan ang tinitignan kong resistance around 3.95 or close to 4 pesos. And of course, kung mag-breakout siya dyan is, eto na siya. Possibly dito at 4.33 pesos. So, check natin yung risk-reward neto. Kung syempre, will not advise na papasukan mo pa to kasi from the pa lang itself, nakikita ko na mas malaki yung possible risk. So, yeah. So, let's see. So, makita mo, it's actually, kung pumasok ka sa level na to, 3.73, yung possible reward mo is actually 5.63% kapag na-hit yung TP price natin na, wait, palitan natin to na 3.95 at saka 3.10. So, yun. So, posible kang magkaroon ng returns na 5.90% kung ma-hit yung target natin na 3.95 pesos at posible kang malugi ng 16.89% kapag na-hit naman yung cut loss area na 3.10. So, mas malaki na yung possible risk. And of course, kung yung yung target profit mo is 4.30, so kung makapag-antay ka pa, that's actually a possible return na 15.55%. So, pero yung possible risk or posible mong ikalugi is 16.89% kapag na-hit yung or bumalik siya sa 3.10 pesos. So, yun. So, medyo mas malaki na yung for me at this level. Wait, check na natin to. So, yun. So, posible nga dito yung kaniyang possible resistance. Actually, this is a long-term resistance na. So, yun. So, for now, let's see kung i-break niya yan. But be cautious kasi nga nasa near overbought level na tayo. Nasa more than 80 na siya So, kung may itataas pa, may possible upside pa. Pero syempre, you need to measure and weigh the possible risk and reward at this point. So, yun lang yung masishare ko for dito. And next, what's next? Check natin yung SMPH and URC. SMPH. So, actually, SMPH is medyo mahal siya when it comes to price to book valuations. I can share it na lang sa Investagram group. You can also join sa Pure Trader Investagram and sa ibang social medias like Telegram, Twitter, and Facebook. But where it is, check ko lang Ito. Kasi, nagkaroon na kasi. Na-summarize ko na kasi lahat ng indices. So, kung makikita nyo, si SM Prime is nasa under property and the average price to book value of property as of kahapon, June 22, is actually 1.13. Pero si SM Prime is medyo mahal siya kasi mas mataas siya sa average. So, 3.09 yung price to book value ni SM Prime. But anyway, sabi ko nga, hindi naman lahat ng mahal ay kailangan mong ibenta at hindi lahat ng mura ay kailangan mong bilhin. That's also subjective. So, yun. Kasi mostly institutional and foreign is, of course, ang pinapasok ng mga yan is the index kasi nga mas liquid. Anyway, I'm more bullish sa SM Prime, possibly retest around 33.83 pesos. At kapag nag-breakout siya dyan is, of course, welcome back to around this level. So, actually, around 38. So, yun ang ina-expect ko kay SM Prime. And, of course, support at 30.82. So, kung mag-breakdown pa siya doon, this level, at 29. So, check natin yung RSI. So, at this point, convergence naman siya. And, RSI is 53. So, possibly, i-retest niya this level around 65 na RSI or around 66. So, yeah, tingin ko is may possible upside pa naman siya. So, but then again, check natin kung at this point is attractive yung risk-reward. So, kung attractive yung siya pasukin, so, kung gagamitin natin yung ating first resistance and first support, that's actually a risk-reward ratio of 1.05. Posibleng kumita ng 4.87% kapag na-hit yung first resistance natin na around 33.83, and of course, kung mas top out tayo sa 30.82 pesos, posible tayong malugi ng 4.62%. Pero kung gagamitin natin or makapag-hintay kayo to hit the next resistance at 38.66, that's actually a possible return of 19.99%. And of course, possibly mas stop out ka kung ma-hit yung stop price mo na 30.73, na yun pa rin yung logo niya, 4.62%. Pero kung yung gagamitin natin ay yung 29 na stop price, that's actually a possible loss na 9.50%. So, risk-reward ratio still attractive naman, 2.1 for SM Prime. So, next, dito pala tayo. So, URC. So, URC naman, I think more long-term bullish ako dito. Pero wala pala akong URC. Nabenta ko na siya. Ang kulit ko lang yun. Anyway, so kung titignan mo naman, it's already nasa support level kasi siya, kaya umakyat siya. Tapos nakikita mo doji. Yung candle. Bago siya looks like hindi siya pero hindi siya talagang doji na doji, but yeah, halos doji na siya. So that's support na kasi siya tapos ganyan pa yung candle. So of course it will go up. Yeah. Normally kasi for me, it depends sa doji kasi. Pero may mga doji talaga na it's already a reversal sign. Kasi dito pa lang may support na kasi siya. So, syempre, always buy at support and of course, sell at resistance. So, ganun lang naman siya. So, yeah, for me kasi, just make trading simple lang. So, yeah. Tingin ko we're already at support level. So, yan yung support natin at this level. So, that's actually at 128.43 pesos. And of course, possible next resistance is of course dito at 149 pesos. And of course, dito, I mean ito. So, depende kung saan retest yung candle. So, of course, dito, this solid uptrend is a strong resistance din yan. So, but then gagamitin lang natin yung previous niya na nag-correct or nag-pullback siya. So, yeah, let's measure the possible risk and the possible reward. So, more on short term lang to So, kasi first resistance at saka first support lang yung gagamitin natin. So, yeah, for me, that's actually a possible, risk-reward ratio of 3.65. So, for me, it's attractive kasi at least 2 kasi yung pinapasok ko in an asset or in sa stocks. So, posible kang kumita ng 12.30% and of course, posibleng malugi ng 3.37% kapag na-stop out sa 128 pesos. And of course, yun nga, 12.30% ang posible mong kitain kapag na-hit yung target price around 149 pesos. So, yun siya. So, check natin yung, so, kita mo din yung RSI is sumunod din siya sa movement ng price. So, it's a convergence. So, next, after URC is DMC. So, I think that's the last. Konti lang yung natin para hindi masyadong matagal. So, DMC. Actually, DMC, I think a few weeks, bumibili na talaga yung, check ko lang kung may divergence. Bumibili na talaga yung major shareholder ng DMC. So, nag-iipon na siya at this point. A few weeks ago, I think. Yeah, you can check sa PSE Edge. Ang kulit ko lang So, yeah, I think at check natin. Mukha kasi sang At support na din to. Tingnan natin. Ayun near support. So, always buy near support. And of course, kapag nasa resistance na, sell at resistance or near resistance. So, ganun lang naman siya. So, sabi ko nga, hindi ako masyadong Ang masishare ko lang sa stock market is, of course, when it comes to valuation and some TA. Hindi kasi ako masyadong focused. Though tinitignan ko din siya, pero syempre hindi ako yung talagang nakatutok. Kasi more on sa cryptocurrencies ako. So, yun kasi yung, for me, maganda yung future ng cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, of course. And of course, the resistance we're looking at is 4.79, and of course, the support is this area at 4.21. Short term lang siya But then again, kapag nag-break down siya dyan, is of course this level around 4 pesos. So yeah, let's measure this one. Let's try ko kung makakapag, gawa ko ng videos every day. Every day. Ang kulit lang So actually, that's okay naman yung attractive naman yung risk-reward ratio. It's actually 3.14. So, posibleng kumita ng 10.14% kapag na-hit yung TP price natin na 4.79 pesos. And of course, posibleng malugi ng 3.23% kapag na-stop out sa around 4 pesos. So, yun lang yung ma-share ko kay DMC. But then again, long term, it's actually one of the undervalued. Puntahan natin yung conglomerates or the holding. So, it's actually one of the, sabi ko nga, undervalued na holding stocks. So, ito si DMC. 0.75 yung kanyang price to book value versus the average of 1.20 times. So, yun lang. So, actually, pwede natin siyang i-compute yung possible target. Ano ba siya ngayon? 4.33? Wait. Dito na lang. Para makita nyo. So, it's actually 4.33 ito muna. Divided by ito. So, that's actually 0.73. So, 4.33 divided by yan. So, possible target around 5.91 pesos. So, yun. Based on price to book value valuation. So, kung 5.91, of course, medyo long term yun, ha? 5.91, that's actually, kung ma-hit siya, that's actually a possible, wait, it's actually 591. Ayun. Kaya pala. So, kung 5.91, that's actually a possible kita of 36.18%. So, actually this level. So, yeah, I think okay naman siya na resistance for me. That's a possible next resistance. Actually, third resistance. So, yeah, malayo pa yung madami pang pagdadaanan si DMC. But then again, at this point, mura na siya. At bumibili yung major shareholder. So, I think that's a positive sign. So, syempre, mag-antay ka lang kung kaya mong maghintay, of course. One of the key din sa trading is, of course, kailangan mong maghintay. Hindi yung wag mainipin. So, yung titingnan lang natin sa losses is the MPI. Sa biggest losers. Tingnan mo, it's already at resistance kasi. Kaya, so sell at resistance or near resistance and of course, buy at support. So, makita mo, yun, medyo nag-correct siya or nag-pullback siya. So, kung tutuloy pa to, actually, that's possible double top. Dito. And dito. So, double top. Kung, yan, kasi nag-correct na siya dyan eh. So, most likely, it's a double top kapag nag-pullback pa siya. So, yeah, for me, I'm bearish or, yeah, posibleng i-retest at least this level around 3.39. So, syempre, risk-reward. But then again, kapag nag-breakout siya dyan, welcome back to 4.28 pesos. So, yun. Tsaka nakita mo, wait. That's actually wait lang. Checking. That's actually, na siya, bearish divergence. Going up. Wait. Check natin. I'll show pala. Going up and this is going down. So, that's actually a bearish divergence. Kaya tingnan mo is nag-pullback siya. So, most likely, at saka nasa overbought level na siya eh. So, most likely, i-retest yung next support, yung support level na 3.39. So, more bearish ako dito kay Metro Pacific. So, yeah, let's see. Yung possible risk-reward. So, gamitin lang natin yung first support and of course, yung first resistance. So, ang risk-reward is 0.32. Medyo hindi siya ganun ka-attractive. Kung yung gagamitin natin is yung resistance level na 3.39. 80. And of course, kung yung stop price is 3.39, that's actually a possible kita na 2.70% and posibleng malugi ng 8.38%. Pero kung yung take profit mo is, of course, yung next resistance na 4.28, that's actually a possible kita na 15.68% sa 4.28 pesos. And of course, posibleng malugi ng 8.38% kapag na-stop out ka sa 3.39 pesos. So, yeah. Pero sa ngayon kasi, double top and yun nga, bearish divergence. So, more bearish ako. So, antay-antay muna siguro. Baka i-retest tong support area na tinitingnan natin. So, yun lang maka-comment ko kay Metro Pacific. But then again, kung long-term ka, it's actually a good hold naman kasi based on price to book value ng mga conglomerates or holdings, MPI is cheap versus the average ng holding firms na 1.02 kasi ang price to book value lang niya is 0.63. Actually, medyo mas mura pa siya sa DMC. So, yun lang yung So, it really depends on your plan when you enter a trade. Anyway, and then yung last, yung Holcim. Yeah, may nag-comment kasi sa YouTube. Holcim, OMG. This is terrible. Ang kulit lang. So, yeah, bearish. Most likely. Naano niya to? Na-feel niya ba yung gap dito? Yeah, I think na-feel niya yung gap dito at yung high niya is 6.45. So, nag-low siya ng 620. So, na-feel niya yung gap dito. May gap kasi siya dito. So, kalain mo yun. Na-feel niya yung gap dito. This area, may gap. Which is now filled. So, check natin yung RSI. So, actually, more bearish ako dito. So, posible pa siyang bumaba. And, of course, this area, ang tinitingnan natin na support. Actually, that's 5.86. And, actually, that's also a possible inverted cup. And, of course, possible double bottom. Kung pumunta siya dito sa area na to. Medyo malapit na din naman. So, yeah, let's see. And, kung bukas is kung bukas umakyat to, that's actually a possible, hindi pa siya kasi confirm pero it's going down. Pero ito, going down din. So, kailangan mag-hold kasi to to make it a bullish divergence. Pero sa ngayon kasi, yeah, syempre wala pa. So, still watch out for the indicators. Especially for me, price action. So, yeah, let's see kung mag-hold na siya dyan. Kasi kung hindi siya mag-hold dyan, that's a double bottom na. Possible double bottom. Yung kakalabasan nito. Kapag nagtuloy-tuloy pa siya na bumagsak. And I think this is already a strong support level sa level na to, sa 586. So, yeah. Possible target. Yeah, that's our support. And of course, our possible target is this level. Ito muna. That's our first resistance. And of course, this is our second resistance to fill the gap. So, check natin yung possible risk-reward neto. So, of course, kung papasok at this level, posible kang kumita ng 23.29% kapag bumalik siya sa price na 7.94 at posible kang malugi ng 8.54% kapag na-stop out sa 5.86 pesos. And of course, kapag bumalik siya sa gap, ma-fill yung gap, posibleng kumita ng 75%. And of course, posibleng malugi ng 8.54% kapag na-stop out. So, yeah, pero syempre bago ma-fill yung gap is of course ire-retest niya muna yung 7.94. So, yun. So, yeah, it depends on how you plan to hold SIM. Kasi gap to eh. So, yun, nakita nyo. Na-fill niya yung gap dito and yeah, antayin natin kung kailan naman niya i-fill yung gap na to. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. So, if you have some questions, just feel free to, of course, join our Instagram group, Telegram, Facebook, and of course, Twitter. And of course, kung may tanong kayo, just always feel free to comment. Yeah, sumasagot naman ako if nabasa ko yung comment ninyo. And yeah, and of course, also feel free to share din sa group natin. So, there you go, guys. And the last is, of course, always trade with caution. Thanks, guys.